Hello YouTube, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm going to try and keep this one short. I just wanted to react to a video that was done by a trans YouTuber. Her name is Miss Jewel Majesty, and I love her. Please check out her channel. I've literally put a link in the description, so I want you all to please check out her channel and send her some love. So, I've spoken to a lot of different guys who are first-timers. Now, a first-timer is obviously a man who's never been with a trans girl sexually, who's never had a relationship with a trans girl, but this is somebody who is really, really interested in being with somebody who's trans. And I find that the interest that these men have is often fueled by their sexual needs, by their sexual desires, and their sexual urges. And I'm not here to shame anyone. There's nothing wrong in liking what you like. There's nothing wrong with wanting to experiment. The problem is when you find some innocent trans girl and your intention is to experiment with her sexually, but you do not let her know that she's just there for an experiment. I think so many men that are into trans women know everything there is to know about us sexually, but they've never actually taken the time to find out about our lives, to find out about our struggles, to find out about our stories. They look at us solely through the lens of the sexual creature that I want to experience. They look at us as an adventure. Nothing wrong with that. And let me explain by what I mean when I say there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that if you do it the right way. And in my opinion, what I believe, I think the right way is to honestly, and I might get hate or flack for this, but I honestly think that if you're looking at a trans girl as just a sexual experience, as just an adventure, why not just go straight to a sex worker? Don't go play around with a trans girl's feelings. Don't go mess around with some girl who isn't even wild like that. Go straight to a sex worker. You know what I mean? Get what you want, which, let's be honest, all that you want from this girl is sex. So get what you want and give her what she wants. Walk out of that sexual experience, walk out of that sexual encounter as a winner, and allow the trans girl to leave the sexual experience as a winner. Let's just be real. If you are a man who only wants a trans girl, if you only want her for her ass or for her member, and you only want her for sex, then let her have a piece of your paycheck. I'm sorry. If you're going to be using people like that, don't be surprised when they use you. Don't be surprised when transgender girls start to capitalize on their attractiveness. You know what I mean? Don't be shocked when trans girls start to capitalize on their gender identity. Because there are too many men out here who just want to use us for sex. So if there are going to be all of these men that want to use us for sex, can we not just redirect them to all of the sex workers? Because, to be honest, I have friends that are sex workers. They would gladly appreciate the traffic. And for the rest of us who are not sex workers, we'd really like to not deal with men that are only using us for sex. And I think my second problem with a lot of these guys is that they're not open and they're not honest from the jump. You know, they talk to you and they gas you up and they tell you how, oh, I just want to meet somebody. I'm just curious and getting to know a nice girl. You're not trying to get to know me. You're trying to suck on Penelope. Boy, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You're not trying to get to know me. You're not trying to get to know me. You know what I mean? And I would rather you go and you play around with the sex workers. And then once you've played around with them, then sit down and ask yourself, do I want a committed relationship with somebody who is like this? And if I do, let me go pursue a relationship. The sex will come later on, but let me pursue a relationship. So that's my best advice, to be honest. I was talking to a friend of mine. He's kind of a friend with benefits, and he is somebody who started off with sex workers. And to be honest, I'm so glad that he did. I'm so glad that he went off and he started his little adventures with sex workers, that by the time he met me, he knew that I wasn't a sex worker. He knew what he was looking for. And I did not have to deal with, I didn't have to deal with the confusion that comes with being with a man that only wants you for sex, but tells you that he wants to be with you romantically. I didn't have to deal with that confusion. I didn't have to deal with that turmoil. You know, I dealt with a man who already knew what he wanted. And to be honest, like, I only deal with guys that know what they want. I personally don't like dating first timers because I know the damage that they inflict on trans women. And I'm not out here trying to play these Mickey Mouse games with all these first timers. You know what I mean? And to be honest, for those men that do only want to experiment with us and are not interested in any type of relationships, you know, because there are a lot of men. I remember this one guy, he commented on one of my videos and he said, no offense, but I'll never take you seriously. I just want you for sex. And he said that he loves cisgender women too much and he'll always be with a cisgender woman. Fine, be with a cisgender woman. Trans women don't, like, we legit don't need you like that. We legit don't need you like that. And if you want to have sex with trans women, then boy, you better go to the sex workers and you better pay them their dues. You know what I mean? And you better still treat those girls with respect. So I have no issue with women that do pornography. I have no issue with women that are on OnlyFans. I think trans women have gotten to a point where they've taken their own power into their own hands and they realize what these guys are doing to them. And hell, we're playing the same games they're playing with us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just my honest opinion, that if you're a guy who's curious and you know you're not looking for a relationship, go find an escort. Go find a working girl. Go find a girl that's in the game because she is more than happy to entertain you if you are happy to entertain her. Because let's be serious. You cannot step into the trans dating world and not give us reciprocity. Every relationship is about reciprocity. It's always about you give and then you get something. It's give and get. It's give and get. And if you're stepping into the trans dating world not wanting to give us love, then baby, what are you coming here to give us? You know what I mean? And if you're not coming to give us love, go play those games with sex workers. Go pay those girls, go play those games with sex workers. And when you've made up your mind and you know what you actually want, then come to the trans dating world. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. I love you so much. And if you are someone who is in the sex industry, girl, more power to you. You need to capitalize on your beauty and you need to take control of your own destiny. At the end of the day, yes, people judge us, but guess what? Even before we sold our bodies, people were still judging us. You know what I mean? Do what you need to do. Just be safe. Just be safe. And girl, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, because no one's going to have your back the way that you're going to have your back. I love you so much. Please be safe. Take care of yourselves. Remember that I love you so, so freaking much. And remember that we're going to get through this together. Me and you, baby. We're going to get through this together. Love you so much. Check you next time. Bye.